Hello team accountants. We are going to start our revision on the easiest chapter in the entire accounts curriculum called ledgers. You know what? Many of them who find journal difficult will understand ledgers very well. Will understand ledgers very well. You know what? It is so easy. It is so easy that it is just like a brownie point given in the video game. Alright, it is very easy. Now, as I had told in the last video, we'll be taking the journal revision problems only and we'll be solving the problem number 1, 2 and 5. Alright, so and I had told you to do the journal ledger posting in a different set of paper. Even I am going to do the same. Now we'll be opening the journal, the revision problem number 1, the journalized thing that we have done, and we'll be doing the posting. All right, now my dear friends, before we begin, you can do this logically. You can do ledger posting logically, or you can do anti-clockwise rule. However you do, the result will be same. Alright, now what I will be doing is I will be doing problem number 1, problem number 5 and problem number 1, 2 and 5, and then I will be showing you the anti-clockwise rule, because if the PU board asks you to prepare the journal entries from ledger, if they give ledger and then if they ask you to pass journal entries, you should know how to handle it. That one I'll be doing for one of the problems that we have solved as ledgers. All right, now take your problem number 1. Now in that, the first journal entry is cash account debit, bank account debit, laptop account debit, furniture account debit, building account debit, stock account debit, to capital account, to bills payable. Now, one of the easy tricks of doing ledgers is something like this. Now, listen, you draw all the ledgers together. Draw all the ledgers together. Together you do it. You leave ample space for each thing. For cash and bank, you'll be needing more space. For capital, for stock, for building or any other kind of assets or liabilities, you will not be needing much space. But for cash and bank, you'll be needing more space. Please bear this in mind and prepare the ledgers. Alright. Now, as usual, I will not be drawing the entire format, but however, I will draw the T format so that you'll be doing, and I'll be mentioning the short forms. I will not be writing ACCOUNT. I'll be writing A bar C, because I want to keep the video short. Alright, now first one will be, and one more thing before I forget, you can prepare, for example, cash account debit, bank account debit, laptop account, like that they have given. No, you can first prepare capital account, then you can come to cash account. No harm in it. Alright, you can first prepare bank account, then you can prepare capital account. You can prepare cash account, then bills payable account. Like that, it is not mandatory that you follow a particular order, but it is always recommended that you follow a particular order. Alright, now first one will be capital account. I usually start with capital account. So capital account. Alright, so what we should do, we should draw the line. T format I will be drawing. Okay, do not forget to draw right debit and credit, otherwise you will not be getting marks. Okay, I think I should write bit smaller. Okay, now here what has happened, I'll show you. And sorry, I will do the cash account also simultaneously. Wait, you'll be able to understand. Cash account. Okay, now listen, what has happened will show. Now in this journal entry, see, cash account has been debited. Cash account has been debited. Alright, now they have not told in that particular problem that bills payable is against something, so the name opposite to it, we can safely assume that it is towards capital. Okay, cash account is debit, so the name opposite to it is capital. So what you should do, you should come to cash account, come to the debit side, write the name opposite to it. So it will be to capital account. How much was the cash account amount in that? It was to the extent of 28,000. If there is an entire box of capital, alright, in that many things are there. Now in that, some part is and if I open that particular packet, then how much is the cash part? It is to the extent of 28,000. All right. Now next we can do bank account. Bank account, debit, credit. Once again, in the journal entry, see, bank account is on the debit side, the name opposite to it is capital. So how much should we write? To capital. To capital, I think capital account in this case is a bit small. Anyway, to capital account, how much? 34,000, right? 34,000, yes, 34,000. Then since you do not have space, you come to the next page. So next is laptop account. Laptop account. You open off all the accounts together so that it will save time. And I'll tell you what. Now what you can do is, for example, laptop account consumes this much of space. Okay. Then another account consumes this much of space. Okay. What you do is leave ample space, write the names of the account, and then start drawing lines like this. You would have kept scale to draw lines. You draw line till here. For example, if it takes only till here, okay, then you draw line till here. You draw line only till here, then leave two lines. You would have mentioned some other account, and if it is consuming till here, then once again just slide the scale, leave space over here, then continue to draw the line. It will save lot of time for you in your exams, right? This is one of the exam tips that I give all my students. Even you can make use of this tip. Now next is furniture account. Furniture account. Once again, same thing. See, I am just drawing lines now. I am not yet started to post, except in the last page, just to make you understand I did the posting, but I'm just drawing the accounts format. Alright, then building account. Observe that I have not yet started posting. Alright, whatever is the name of the account, I will open it off. I will draw a format of it first only. And as I told, just slide the scale, draw line till here, leave some space, once again draw line like this. Once again leave one line, then draw once again. This will save lot of time for you in your exam. Then stock account. This is the way I used to save time in my exam. Others would find ledgers very lengthy, very difficult, but I could finish it off fast because I was following this trick. Alright, we have already opened capital account. Now I have to open bills payable account. Sir, only in one entry, 2 entire pages it has taken, sir. My dear friend, I am actually waiting for your comment. Those who have not yet observed, in the last page I have not mentioned in the books of. Whether it is journal or whether it is ledger, you are supposed to mention the sentence in the books of. If they are given journal and ledger, you should mention even for journal in the books of and even for ledger in the books of. Alright, now come to laptop account. Now in the laptop account, it is debited in the original journal entry. The name opposite to it is capital. So what you should write? To capital account. How much is the laptop part in the entire capital? It is 62,000. I'll be showing the capital posting in the last. Please have patience. Now once again, furniture account in the original journal entry, it is debited. The name opposite to it is capital. To capital. Now my dear friends, if they would have told that if the bills payable is for a particular asset, then we would have told that particular asset here. But since they have not told, we are going to adjust it with capital only. Now furniture account to capital 16,000. Then building account to capital how much? 10 lakh account. Now my dear friends, one more thing that you should do is, they do not allow you to mark on the question paper. I agree, but somewhere you make a note that you have passed this journal entry. You have considered all the aspects of the journal entry. It will help you save time. Alright, now stock account. Once again, stock account is debited. The name opposite to it is capital. So come to stock account, come to the debit side and then write to capital account. How much? 68,000. Now I am going to touch the capital account. Now my dear friends, there are 3 methods in it. Whether you have followed the first method, the second method or the third method, the net balance will remain the same. All right, I'm going to discuss the detailed method, and I'm going to, if you have followed, if your class, in your class, if they have followed this method, you please mute the video for about 2 minutes. All right, and if it is exceeding, they'll just come back and then play from wherever you have missed. Okay, because I'll be explaining all three methods in this video only. Those who have learned from one method, please do not listen to the other method, because it will simply confuse you. All right, now I'll be telling first method, I'll tell like this, and when I start the second method, I'll tell like this, and when I start the third method, I'll do like this. So if the person can mute this and then can continue to listen from wherever I'm going to point out. All right, now coming to the capital account, I'm coming to capital account. Please pay attention. So capital account, first method. Now listen. In capital account is credited in the journal entry. So we should come to capital account, we should come to the credit side, and we should make note of the names opposite to it. By cash, how much? 28,000. As I told earlier, the space is bit less in this one. By bank, but I know that you people will forgive me, 34,000. Then by, and you are not supposed to put ditto in your exams, you are supposed to write everything properly. By laptop account, by laptop account, how much? 62,000. Then furniture, by furniture, by furniture account, 16,000. Then by building, 10 lakh. Then by stock account, 68,000. Okay, as I told, the space is not was not sufficient anyway. Now listen, I'm telling the first method. Now listen. Now all the credit aspects, all the credit side entries will increase the capital. All the credit sides will increase the capital, and all the debit sides will decrease the capital. All right. Now see the journal entry. Because of bills payable only, the owner had so many assets, but because of bills payable, the capital got reduced by 68,700. So what we should do is, I'll be writing this in pencil. I think it will not be that dark, but please see this part in higher resolution. One part is, you can tell by bills payable. You can write it as by bills payable. All right. Now, and you will be mentioning how much ever bills payable was there. So this is reducing the capital, this is reducing the capital, these are all increasing the capital, and this is reducing the capital. So the net effect will once again come to 11,39,300 as calculated in the journal entry. Now coming to the second method I am telling. Now second method, what will happen is, many of them, what they will do is they will tell that the total of this one and this one, I will net it off. I will net off the total, and what I will do is, I will write it as by sundry assets here. I will not mention each and everything. I will mention it as sundry assets. And here I will mention it as to bills payable and 68,700, or they will mention it as sundry liabilities. By sundry liabilities. Okay, and then they'll mention 68,700. Once again, the balance will become 11,39,300 only. This is one of the second method. I don't know which method has been taught to you in your colleges. So please understand, there are three methods. I will discuss the second method now. Now the third method. Now instead of sundry assets, what they will do is, they will calculate the total of all these things, and they will arrive at one total. It will become whatever will be the total, they will arrive at it, and they will deduct bills payable here only. So 68,700. What they will do is, they will just mention it as by net assets. And here whatever will be the balance will once again come to 11,39,300 because they have considered all the assets and then they have deducted the bills payable also here only, and whatever will be the balance will be equal to 11,39,300. Now my dear friends, whichever method has been taught to you in your college, please follow that method, because I do not want you to get confused at this point of time. I have discussed 1, 2 and 3 methods, and I had initially only told please mute when I am discussing the other method, because I do not want you to get confused. If you still get confused, I will make a separate video. Please write in the comment section. I will definitely make a separate video. I will definitely help you out. Alright. Now, next journal entry is cash account debit to sales account. Okay. In the journal entry, cash account has been debited. So come to cash account, come to debit side, and then write the name opposite to it. To sales account. How much? 16,800. Sorry, here I should write this one. No. By balance. Sorry, to balance. Here it would be to bills payable. I'm very sorry about this one. I was very worried about you getting confused, so I have written by over here. It is not by, it is to. Alright. To balance carried down will be there. Let us calculate a bit later. Okay. Now, to sales account 16,800. Then once again, is there any other cash account? Next, purchases account debit to cash account. Now in the journal entry, cash account has been credited. So come to cash account, come to cash account, come to credit side, and then write by purchases account. How much is the 18,000? I once again repeat, here it is two sundry liabilities or two bills payable, like that it will be there. I was really worried about you making mistakes, so I was concentrating on explaining the concept and I forgot, I made a mistake here. Okay, it is two sundry liabilities or two bills payable, or if it is done over here only, it is only two balance carried on. Alright. Now, is there any other transaction? Is there any other transaction with cash? Yes, cash account debit to sales account is there. Now come to cash account, come to debit side, right? Once again to sales account. How much? 2,400. Then come to, is there any other cash account? Yes, next entry only purchases account debit to cash account is there. So come to cash account, come to credit side, and then write by purchases. The name opposite to it you will be mentioning purchases account. How much? To the extent of 6,000 only. Then once again, is there any cash account? Yes, cash account debit to sales account. So once again, come to cash account, come to debit side, write the name opposite to it, to sales account. How much is it? 8,600. Then is there any other cash transaction? Yes, bank account debit to cash account is there. So come to cash account, come to credit side, because cash account has been credited in the journal entry by bank account. How much? 8,000. Then is there any other cash? Yes, there is. Now Rajan account debit to discount received to cash account is there. So cash account has been credited. Come to cash account, come to the credit side, and then write by Rajan account 27,000. Alright, now do the casting and balancing. You will be able to arrive at, I will be showing the casting and balancing with cash account. Other things I hope you will be doing, even I will do, but you also do simultaneously. My dear friends, I think there was a typographical error in this one. I think this particular sales should have been 24,000. There was a typographical error. So in the journal entry problem also, please change it to 24,000. And now I am changing it to this one. In the journal entry also, please change it to 24,000. Please change it to 24,000. Because I think there's a typographical error. Otherwise, the cash will come as negative balance. I think there's a typographical error over here. 24,000. This one I'm changing to 24,000. Okay. Now do the casting and balancing. The casting total will come to 77,400. 77,400. I've changed it to 24,000 because there was a typographical error about that. I checked with my return this one, there was a typographical error and I had to check it. When I sent the typed one, I had missed a 0. So I'm very sorry about that. 24,000 is this one. Okay, 77,400. Now listen, casting is 77,400. What is casting? We'll be considering the highest total on the both sides and we'll write the highest total on the both sides. For example, here 28,000 plus 16,800 plus 24,000 plus 8,600 is 77,400. And this side total is less than 77,400. So the highest total is 77,400. Now since we know that LHS should be equal to RHS, we are going to do it 77,400 only will be writing on the both sides. All right, 77,400 only will be writing on the both sides. Now what is the balance now? By balance carried down, how much? 77,400 minus 27,000 minus 8,000 minus 6,000 minus 18,000 comes to 18,400. Now to balance carried on, is the problem ending here? No, you should also write to balance brought down in the particulars column, and below the casting total 18,400. Your cash account ends over here. Okay, now similarly over here the total will be, I'll cancel all these things, the total will be here, it will be to bills payable, I'm following the first method, to bills payable. How much? It will be 60 something, no, 1 minute, it is 68,700. And the balance carried on, will be 11,39,300. So the total will be 12,08,000. Since the space is bit congested, please forgive me. 12,08,000. Casting once again both sides the same total, 12,08,000, and once again you will write by balance brought down. I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about capital. Balance brought down 11,39,300. Since different colleges are following different method for this capital account, it became a bit cumbersome. Please understand. If you get a doubt, once again I'll make a separate video on this capital account only, with 3 different videos explaining the same entry in 3 different methods. Alright, now let us finish off bank account. Now bank account, we have done capital account. Is there any other bank account transaction? Just see. Yes, it is with purchases. Now in the journal entry, purchases account to bank account 2000 it is there. Now come to bank account, come to the credit side, because bank account has been credited. Come to the credit side and write the name opposite to it, by purchases. And how much? 2000 only, to the extent of 2000. And after that, is there any bank? Yes, there is bank deposit. So bank account has been debited. So come to bank account, come to the debit side, and then write the name opposite to it, to cash account. How much? 8,000. Only this much? Oh wow. No other bank account, right? No other bank account. Okay, now do the casting and balancing. Once again I'll also do with you. Now listen, very easy. Take the total, consider the total. 34 plus 8 is higher than 2000, yes or no? 34 plus 8 is greater than 2000. So you should write this total only on both sides. That is what is casting. 34 plus 8 is 42,000. Now by balance carried on, this is my balancing activity. Now this side I have written only 2000, but the total is 42,000. There's a difference of, there's a gap of 40,000. So I have to balance it by balance carried on 40,000, and the ledger is closed by to balance brought down 40,000. This is where your ledger ends. Okay, now let us continue with the other ledgers also. Now one trick I would like to share. If you have any ledger problem, please see whether it is having cash, bank, capital and all, and then open off all the ledgers for cash, bank and all, and then open a separate account for sales and purchase returns and sales return, if there are any sales return and purchase return. But purchase and sales they will usually give. So we'll finish. Now coming to laptop account, Laptop account is there. Laptop account has been debited in the journal entry. So come to the laptop account, come to the debit side and do write the name opposite to it. We have done. Now how do we close it? 62,000 only, because nothing is there on the credit side. 62,000, 62,000. Now nothing is there, nothing is here, so I'll have to balance it. Here it is 0, so I'll have to, there's a gap of 62,000, so I should mention it as by balance carried down 62,000, and then I end the ledger by writing to balance brought down 62,000. Now recall, my dear friends, that if you are solved the problems in class, you would have solved it a bit slow, but this method will help you solve the things faster. Now furniture account has been debited in the original journal entry. Come to the debit side, name opposite to it is capital account, that is the only journal entry, so 16,000 will be my casting total. Casting total will be 16,000. Here there is a gap of 16,000, so by balance carried down 16,000 to balance brought down 16,000. Okay, building account, once again nothing is there, only 10 lakh is there. Please check if there is any depreciation if they have given. Okay, usually they will give depreciation in the end. Please be careful, for that you will have to do. If there is any depreciation, it will come as by depreciation over here. Okay, now there is a gap of 10 lakh, so once again by balance carried down 10 lakh to balance brought down 10 lakhs. Okay, now stock account, the same thing, 68,000. You close this stock account like this. Later on you will know how to do it. For midterm you close the stock account like this by balance. I hope you understood this one. To balance brought down 68,000. Okay, now bills payable. Now listen, in the journal, in the ledger posting, in the capital account, I had done 2 bills payable. So in bills payable, what we should do is, this is one of the methods. If you have opened a bills payable account, then write on the opposite, the name opposite to it, by capital account to the extent of 68,700. Now this is the casting total, 68,700. Only for capital it will be like this. Please be careful. Now it will become to balance carried down, because there is a gap of 68,700 to 68,700, and you will write by balance brought down. Now 1 minute, please listen. If they have done any payment, then there will be to bank or to cash. If the liability of bills payable has been settled, there will be to bank or to cash. Please be careful if they have given about that. Alright, now there are some more ledgers that we need to open. I don't think we have opened Rakesh account, we have not opened purchases account, and we have not opened sales account, we have not opened Rajan account also, and we have not opened purchase return account and discount received account. These many accounts we need to open. We'll finish it off just in 2 minutes. So we need to open purchases account. I'm very sorry for my handwriting. Debit, credit. Okay, now leave some space, leave about 2-3 lines extra, that is not a problem. Then Rakesh account is there, or else shall I open sales account? I will open off sales account. Actually, I'm very sorry that I could not provide this a bit earlier. I was down with viral fever, and even in my family members were down with viral fever. And as soon as I recovered, I'm actually getting tired in doing this, but since I love to teach, I'm doing this one. Rakesh account. I'm sorry that it got a bit delayed. I was planning to do it in the last week only, but somehow it could not be done for things beyond my control. Then Rakesh account is there. Then Rakesh account. Then Rajan account is there, no? Then Rajan account. Observe that I am opening of all the accounts, and I will be drawing the format together, so that time will be saved. Then I have to do purchase return account also. Purchase return account. Yes, we need to open a separate account for purchase return. Purchase return account, debit and credit, and last one will be discount received account. Last one will be discount received account. Discount received account. I will think I'll make a separate video explaining that there is a typographical error of 24,000, a mistake from my side. So that I have not yet uploaded the journal chapter 1. So when you are doing that one, you will be able to change it properly. Alright. So come to purchases account. Purchases account. Now, what is there in purchases account? The first one will be 18,000. So purchases account has been debited. The name, come to the purchases account, come to the name opposite to it. On the debit side, you will be mentioning to cash. To cash account 18,000. Then, is there any other purchase? Is there any purchase? Oh, there is one sales return also. I will open that one also. I will open that one. Wait. Now, one more purchase is there. Now, purchase account has been debited, out of which the name opposite to it. Come to the purchase account, come to the debit side, and then write the names opposite to it. To cash account to the extent of 6,000. To bank account to the extent of 2,000. And to Rajan. To Rajan account to the extent of 30,000. Is there any other purchases? No, that's all. Now, what we'll do is we'll do casting and totaling. Sorry, casting and balancing. Alright, but let us finish off sales account also. No, we can do it together. I have to open sales return account. I have to open sales return account. Now, cash account debit to sales account is there. So, in sales account has been created. Come to the credit side, write the name opposite to it, by cash. By cash account, how much? 16,800. Then once again, Rakesh account debit to sales account has been credited. So come to the credit side of the sales and then write by Rakesh account. How much is it? 19,000. Sir, that means on purchases account, all the transactions will be on the debit side, and in sales account, all the transactions will be on the credit side. Yeah, we can say like that. Now, once again, any other sales account, sales return, I have to open a separate account. I know that one. No, cash account debit to sales account. No, in that one, 24,000. I have changed that one. It will not match with the problem. In the problem, it is mentioning 2,400. I have changed it to 24,000. So sales account has been created in the journal entry. So come to the credit side of the sales account. Write the name opposite to it, by cash account. How much? 24,000. 24,000. Then what else is there? Shall be account debit to sales account. Sales account has been created. Come to the credit side of the sales account. Write the name opposite to it, by shall be. How much? Shall be account. No, by shall be account. How much? 18,000. Then is there any other thing? Oh my god, I think it is a bit less. Same thing, by cash account, because sales account has been created. Come to the credit side. Write the name opposite to it, by cash account 8,600. Then is there any other sales? Nothing. Okay, now we can do the casting and balancing. Can anyone help me with casting and balancing? Yes sir, we are ready with our calculators. Actually, most of you would have calculated. Tell me the total. Purchase account casting total is 56,000. Listen, everything is mentioned here. Nothing is on the credit side. So the highest total is on this side. So 56,000 will be the highest total. So both sides I'll be writing 56,000. This is my casting total. Now there is a gap of 56,000 on the credit side. So I'll be writing by balance carried down. How much? It will be 56,000. And I close the purchase account by writing to balance brought down 56,000. Okay, this is the purchase account. Now sales account, the casting total will be 86,400. My dear friends, nothing mentioned on the debit side of the sales account, everything mentioned on the credit side. So the highest total will be 86,400. Both sides I'll be writing 86,400, and there's a gap over here, so I'll be writing to balance carried down 86,000. Sir, if it is by balance carried down, that means it is debit balance, sir? Yes. Sir, if it is to balance carried down, is it credit balance, sir? Yes. Now, The same thing, how will I end? By balance brought down 86,400. Okay. Now, do not merge sales returns account and sales account. I have to prepare one sales return account. I know. Now, let me finish off these accounts now first. So, first is Rakesh account. How much? How much is Rakesh account? Now, Rakesh account, in the journal entry, Rakesh account has been debited. Rakesh account has been debited. Come to Rakesh account, come to the debit side and then write to sales account. How much was his account debited? 19,000. So this one and this one will be matching. It will be opposite and it will be matching. This is what is your dual aspect. Okay, then there's a sales return. He has done some sales return. No, now in the sales return journal entry, Rakesh account has been created. So come to the credit side of the Rakesh account and then write the name opposite to it. Sales return, by sales return account. Open a separate account called sales return account, 1,800. Now do the casting and balancing. Let me see. When others were playing video games, you were doing casting and balancing. So tell me, 19,000 is the highest. Both sides, 19,000 is the highest. Because this side only 1,800, this side 19,000. So 19,000 is the highest total. Both sides I am doing 19,000. Now, how do I do balancing? From 19,000, there is a gap of this one. There is a gap of 17,000, this one, no. There's a gap of 17,200. I was correct only. 17,200, it was, there's a gap. So I have to do balancing 17,200 by balance carried down. And then I'll be writing, once again, this is my debit balance. This is my debit balance. You need not write it as debit balance. This is my debit balance. To balance brought down 17,200. Here your ledger will end. Now Rajan account will finish off. Now there is a purchase return also. I have opened purchase return account, but I have not opened sales return account. I will finish that one. Now in Rajan account has been credited. So come to the Rajan account, come to the credit side and write the name opposite to it, by purchases. By purchases account, and to the extent of 30,000. Now listen, here Rajan account in purchase account is showing 30,000 and in Rajan account purchases account is showing 30,000. Hence it is, the dual aspect has been satisfied. Now we have done purchase return. In purchase return journal entry, Rajan account has been debited. So come to Rajan account, come to the debit side and then write to purchase returns. To purchase returns account. How much? 2,700. Now have we settled? Yes, last entry you please see. Last entry you please see. Come to the last entry. Rajan account has been debited by 27,300. Now what are the names opposite to it? Come to the debit side of the Rajan account, then write to discount received account to the extent of 300. Alright. Now to cash, because come to Rajan account, come to the name opposite to it, to cash account. This is one of the place where most of the students do mistake, but I know that you will not make mistake. Now this account has been is tallied completely. There is no balance carried down or brought down. Whenever they tell fully settled or in full settlement, usually it will tally. So please be careful. This will act as a verification. Alright. Now 30,000, 30,000, nothing is there. Now purchase return is there. Purchase return account in the original journal entry has been created. So come to purchase return account, come to purchase return account, come to the credit side and then write the name opposite to it, by Rajan. By Rajan account 2,700. Now casting 2,700 only. 2,700 only. To balance carried down 2,700. Ultimately this one will be netted off with purchases, but that one you will be learning after midterm. By balance brought down 2,700. Okay. Now I have to open sales return account, right? So I have to open one sales return account. I will open it here. Sales returns account. I'm sorry because I want you to develop speed when you're solving ledgers. Debit, okay, debit and credit. Yeah, okay. Now listen. let me finish off discount received. In the journal entry, discount received account has been credited. So come to the discount received account, come to the credit side, and then write by Rajan account. It will be 300. This is the only thing that is there. So do the casting 300. Sir, for 300 also I have to do, yes. To balance carried down 300 by balance brought down 300. Okay, now sales return. In the journal entry, sales return account has been debited. So come to sales return account, come to the debit side, and then write to Rakesh, the name opposite to it, to Rakesh account. How much? 1800. This is the only thing. So 1800 will be my casting total. 1800 will be my casting total by balance carried down 1800. My dear friends, please pay attention to balance brought down 1800. What I want to tell is, in the capital account I was concentrating more on how to make you understand, because there are 3 different methods and I do not know which method you have followed. So by mistake on this side I have mentioned by. Please ignore that one. Later on I have only changed it to 2. So please understand that I was concentrating on making you understand. Alright, this side, the debit side will be 2 and the credit side will be by. The logic behind it will be discussed after exam. Alright, now this ends our ledger problem. This ends our ledger problem. Finished. Now my dear friends, let me do one thing. As I told 1, 2 and 5, what I will do is I will prepare the ledgers and I will start to explain, because I do not want to prepare the ledgers casting balancing. I do not want to waste your time like that. What I will do is I would have prepared the ledger postings and then I will be explaining the journal entries. Alright. So for problem number 2, I would have done that one. What I would request you is, even you do the ledger postings and check whether you have done the same. That will act as verification. If you have done correctly, it will boost your confidence, and if you have not done correctly, it will give you an opportunity to correct yourself. Alright, so you also do the ledger posting for second problem, and then I would have also done that one. We'll discuss after doing the ledger posting. Alright, okay, me too. Just prepare the ledger postings, no?